Japanese didn't want to show their cards at match number 1. And I was just thinking about, you mentioned James Green, the world bronze medalist in Las Vegas in 2015, and last year the world silver medalist. And the last 2 losses that James Green had at the World Championships came to 2 of the best wrestlers in the world, in Hassani Yazdani Charati out of the Islamic Republic of Iran in 2015, and Frank Chamizo in the World Finals in 2017. But James Green is doing something right. That's impressive. If you're looking at the pound for pound, those 2 guys are arguably 2 of the top 5 wrestlers in all of the world at this point.
KINOSHITA took second at the 2014 Junior Asian Championship. Number of high place finishes and Cadet World Championship appearances. Nothing really that stands out on the senior level for the Japan wrestler here at 70 kilos. No score, minute in, first period. Japan out to a 3-0 lead on the U.S.
Curious to see how Kinoshita is going to work off that right hand of James Green. That heavy collar tie side for the right side is what he's going to have to focus on. If I'm Kinoshita, I'm getting to a wrist on that right side right away to kind of slow down James Green, because that's where he wants to be in these positions to get to his double leg, is off that right side collar tie.
Straight on shot by Green, nothing there. Green still with that wrist, shoots in, this time he'll finish it. Green gets 2 and the U.S. on the board.
Collar tie right side, post off the elbow left side, and shoot to your double, James Green. That Nebraska patented double that they received a lot of success for in the last couple of years with Burroughs and Green.
Right on cue, that powerful double for Green. And he goes up 6-0, a 4-point move for James Green. Feet to back on that placing of Kinoshita.
Hey, let the floodgates open now, 55.
Brian Snyder saying to James Green, let the floodgates open. He looked when they went out of bounds and told James Green, you just need 1 more of those feet to back moves, as he has the 6-point lead.
Talk about that Nebraska wrestling room. He was a 4-time All-American for the Huskers and Coach Manning. Placing 3rd twice, 2014 Big Ten champion. He's had a lot of international success. As you talked about it, the success found by a lot of wrestlers who rolled through Lincoln post-college years.
And speaking of that Nebraska wrestling room, we saw Kendrick Maple at 61 kilos. He's training there. We saw Dom Bradley at 125 last duel against India, and James Green and Jordan Burroughs, of course, both at the Nebraska Training Center. Great job for Coach Manning and Coach Brian Snyder there, developing these athletes after college for the international circuit.
Still very early in this duel, and the United States clearly the favorite in the upper weights. But that's a big 3 minutes of wrestling for the U.S. and something positive for the United States to enjoy.
See James Green getting to that collar tie and then elbow post, but this is what the United States needed. They needed a kick, and if you were Japan, a couple of things that you needed to do was win those first 3 weight classes if you want to be successful. And then we talked about it before this. It's going to be 74 and 79 that are the determining factors of this duel, because once you start to get to the heavier weights, that's where Japan is on the backside of their talent. So taking advantage of the lower weight classes is key for these Japanese wrestlers.
Shot by Kinoshita. This is his best offense of the match. Let's see if he can finish. He's in on that leg. Throw by Green. Kinoshita caught him. And they'll go 2-2. There was some brief shoulder exposure, so 2 for Kinoshita. Green counters with 2 as well.
Good call. And these referees have been on point today. Usually you hear the crowd not liking some calls. Up to this point today, I cannot remember a call. And maybe they're going to ask for 4 for Kinoshita.
Challenge brick is out by the Japan corner.
4 point.
No 4.
You heard the very brief conversation. Japan wanting 4 points, and the official promptly saying no 4.
Oh, he said, okay, there we go. All right, you're fine. Hey!
So did they not go 2-2 on that exchange?
Very confused. They did go 2-2, and both the mat official and both officials on the side went 2 as well. But if the coaches are okay with it, we'll go with it.
His head.
Green got scraped across the face that time. The hand sweeping in on Green like his eye area. James asked for time right away. He's back in there for the U.S. 8-3, United States leading, trying to get on the board for the first time.
There you go.
Side 2 minutes to go, second and final period.
Action.
Good. You can catch it off a free shot. Don't hang in there. There it is.
Kinoshita is continuing to work to an over tie on the collar tie the right side of James Green. He needs to start focusing on circling to his right to get to that inside tie, and that's going to take away that collar tie for James Green. It's going to allow him to get to that single leg where he wants to be.
Good.
Yeah, Green's so heavy with his hands.
No side by. Push him down hard.
You don't want to get into those collar tie situations with him. You're playing right into his string.
Hit contact.
60 seconds to go. Green leading for the U.S.
1 minute. Okay. Nothing here. Nothing.
KINOSHITA dropping in.
Nothing like that.
Sprawling over the top is Green. Going to keep that leg at bay. Now, Japanese wrestler will get just the one, it looks like. And for the second time, the brick comes flying from the Japanese corner.
And it looks like they're asking for 2 for the takedown for the continuation. So we will go to the review board.
Take a second and third look at this to see if indeed Japan gets 2 instead of the 1 on the push-up.
Kinoshita does a good job of getting to his swing single, locks his hands, and continues to work that left hip down. And there you see right there is where he comes up to his feet and looks to double off, and that could potentially be 2.
2 points.
Hey, you score.
And I'd give that 2 there. I think that's a good continuation, and
2 blue.
we'll give the brick back and give it 2.
So Japan has given their brick back. They win the challenge, and they are given the 2 points. And now Kinoshita is a throw away from grabbing the lead.
Time.
42 seconds to go.
6 seconds. Go.
8-5 lead for Green of the United States. Here in Kinoshita. Underhook on the right. Driving in on Green, nothing there. Green with that heavy collar tie. He knows he's in a pretty good position, just can't fall in any type of trap here set by Kinoshita. Drops down on the leg. Green sprawls over effectively. Comes Green right back at him. This is a clock-eating position. And the United States is on the board thanks to James Green. Hard-fought win for USA, but they get it, and they get the team dual point. They trail 3-1.
Both of these guys did a good job